Hello and thank you for watching Detrick TV. I'm Lanessa Hill, United States Army Garrison Public Affairs Officer. Fort Detrick has so many programs for our employees, our soldiers, and their families. This installation really strives to provide quality programs and services to everyone here, including our veterans who have served. People react to situations differently. For one person, a stressor, such as the loss of a family member, may be just too much to handle. And for another, with a strong support system, they may be able to cope and deal with such a loss. So we've all heard of the big S word lately. Yes, I'm talking about sequestration. Right now, there are so many uncertainties, and the current environment continues to change. With change, uncertainty comes, and often brings on stress and worrying. For this episode, we wanted to highlight a very special program that offers assistance as well as an ear or a shoulder to lean on. Our guest today is Ms. Sherry Schaefer from the Employee Assistance Program. Ms. Schaefer, thank you for taking the time to talk with us today.
Thank you, Lanessa.
So for the people watching today who have not heard of the Employee Assistance Program, can you please just give us just a general overview of what the program does?
Sure. The main goal of the Employee Assistance Program is to help employees with identifying and resolving personal problems that may or may not be affecting their job performance, but definitely affecting their overall well-being. The Employee Assistance Program also works with managers as they struggle to work with employees that are having personal problems and how they're affecting job performance.
All right, so there's a number of ways that the Employee Assistance Program can assist a person. Can you just please describe some of the types of resources that you can provide an individual?
We do have many different programs, many different resources for the workforce. So maybe the best way to answer the question is to talk about what it looks like to actually come and use the Employee Assistance Program. So a person is having a personal problem. They decide, I really want to get some help for this. They call our office and they make an appointment, and we call that a self-referral.
Okay.
Most people come to the Employee Assistance Program by self-referral, but there are other ways that individuals come to our program. So I want to let people know that those are identified on our website. We have two different orientations to the Employee Assistance Program. There's an employee orientation and there's a supervisor orientation. So all of our programs and services are outlined there, how to use our programs. It's a great resource. But back to the scenario. So somebody walks in our door and they'll sit down one-on-one with the Employee Assistance professional, and they'll start a confidential screening process. And that really just looks like sitting down, talking about what's going on with your life, helping identify the problems, and start to work on possible solutions. And then we'll meet back maybe 2 or 3 times, work on those solutions that we're coming up with, and maybe refer that person to a resource, a helping agency in the community.
You mentioned a really good point that it's a confidential meeting between the EAP program member and the employee here. So that segues into my next question, that if someone is worried about using the EAP program, can that have a negative effect on their job? And can you address any of those concerns that an individual may have?
Sure. I think I would address those concerns by letting those people know that it is a confidential program, and any information that's shared at the Employee Assistance Program is protected by federal and public laws. So there's nothing that can be talked about outside of that Employee Assistance Program meeting.
Okay, good. So their supervisor then would not have any type of specific insight in terms of what was mentioned during the EAP meeting?
No, that's correct.
Okay.
And the employee can sign a consent form, and that allows the Employee Assistance professional to talk with supervisor over, maybe time away from the office, but the nature of the personal problem is never revealed. If an employee does not sign a consent form, then the Employee Assistance professional can neither confirm or deny participation with the EAP program.
So sequestration and furloughs are 2 words that we've all become familiar with in the last couple of weeks. How can the EAP program assist the Fort Detrick community as we navigate through these current uncertain budget constraints and financial uncertainties?
The Employee Assistance Program will continue to be available for all kinds of life management issues, ranging from grief and loss, anxiety, to financial problems, legal problems. So that certainly would include the uncertainty and fear possibly that surrounds a potential loss in income or just change in general. Okay. So we'll just continue to be there for the workforce.
All right, so this brings me to my last question. So is there anything else that you would like our audience to know about the Employee Assistance Program, any upcoming events or anything like that?
Yes, we are hosting the Civilian Community Resiliency Day for the Fort Detrick and Forest Glen civilian community. It's going to be on the 8th of May at Fort Detrick at the Community Activity Center from 10 to 2.
Great.
So we'll be having workshops on stress management, dealing with fear and anxiety. We'll be having seated massage.
Ooh.
Everybody loves that. A depression screening, and just a host of resources for emotional well-being and resiliency for the workforce. So we hope everybody can come out. Most importantly, I want everybody to know that the Employee Assistance Program is here for them all the time, just as we always have been. Please don't hesitate to call if you have something you want to talk about. We can be reached at 301-619-1751. And also, we have a web page on the Fort Detrick website, so we have a lot of information there.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today, Sherry, and I'm so glad that we were able to highlight this fantastic program that we have here and help you get the word out about the program itself and then the upcoming event. So for our viewers, if you would like to learn more, as Sherry mentioned, about our Employee Assistance Program, please call 301-619-1751. The Employee Assistance Program is one of the many programs Fort Detrick community has to provide to our troops, their family members, and our civilians with assistance as need arises. As we move forward through uncertain times, programs like EAP provide resources and assistance in order for us to succeed. If you would like to find out more about what programs and events we have coming up at Fort Detrick, feel free to visit our calendar events on our website. So just go to www.detrick.army.mil/calendar. Well, this wraps up another episode for us. Thank you for watching, and remember our motto, one team and one mission. If you have a story to share or would like to hear more information about a specific topic or a program, please contact the Public Affairs Office by calling 301-619-2018. Thank you and have a great day.